You can't remember what you had for dinner 3 nights ago, but you can remember in perfect detail that thing you said 9 years ago, the one that makes you physically wince. The tone of your voice, the look on their face, the heat rushing to your cheeks. It's 2 a.m., you're lying still, and your brain, unprompted, plays it again. A moment nobody else on earth remembers. A moment that barely registered to anyone but you. So why does your mind keep this? Why does it protect the worst clips of your life in perfect quality and let the good ones fade? The answer isn't that your brain is broken or cruel. It's that it's running an ancient program, one that thinks it's saving your life. So why do embarrassing memories stick when neutral ones slip away? Why do they ambush you out of nowhere, in the shower, in the cheese aisle, at 2 a.m.? And why do they still make your body react years after the moment is dead and buried? Start with what your brain is actually for. Not thinking, surviving. And for a social animal like us, survival was never just about predators. It was about the group, being liked, being accepted, not getting cast out. Because for most of human history, exile from the tribe meant death. So your brain treats a social mistake as a genuine threat. When you embarrass yourself, the amygdala, the brain's alarm, floods your system with stress chemicals. And that flood tells the memory system one thing, loud and clear. This one matters. Bookmark it. Never let us do that again. The embarrassing memory isn't stored vividly by accident. It's stored vividly on purpose, tagged as a survival lesson. So why does it pop up uninvited years later? Your memories aren't filed in neat drawers. They're stored in a web, linked by smells, sounds, feelings, stray fragments. Pull one thread and connected memories light up whether you ask for them or not. A shade of yellow, a tone of voice, a feeling that echoes the original moment. Any of it can yank the old scene straight back into the present. Psychologists call these involuntary memories, the ones that pop into your head with no invitation. And there's a cruel twist. When you're already low, tired, anxious, lying awake, your brain preferentially serves up memories that match the mood. So the 2 a.m. replays aren't random. Your low mood is basically searching your archive for evidence that you're a failure. And your brain, helpfully, finds some. Notice what actually happens in your body when the memory lands. The tightening in your chest, the flush of heat up your neck, the sudden need to move, to shake it off. That's not you being dramatic. That's your body running the exact same alarm it ran the first time. Because your brain didn't only save the picture, it saved the physical state that came with it, the racing heart, the shrinking, the heat in your face. And it doesn't replay those as information, it replays them as a drill. Every time the scene comes back, some ancient part of you treats it as a live threat and braces all over again. So there you are, years later, safe in your own bed, paying the full physical price of a moment that ended a decade ago. The event is long over. Your nervous system just never got the message marked danger past. This is why stop thinking about it is such useless advice. You're not arguing with a thought. You're trying to talk a body out of a threat it's certain is still in the room. And a body can't be reasoned with. It can only be reassured, slowly, and by something other than force. Here's the part that should set you free. At the moment you were embarrassed, it felt like the whole room was watching, like everyone saw, like everyone would remember. They didn't. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect. We massively overestimate how much other people notice us. Because you are the star of your own life, you assume you're a main character in everyone else's. You're not. They were busy being the star of theirs. The people who witnessed your worst moment mostly forgot it within the hour. They were too busy replaying their own cringe to catalogue yours. Which means the memory tormenting you at 2 a.m. isn't shared by a single other living person. You're not remembering a public event. You're the last person on Earth still holding a moment everyone else already dropped. So here's the reframe. The cringe was never proof that you're an idiot or that people are still judging you. It's a survival tag misfiring. A philosopher who studies this argues the pain doesn't even come from the awkward moment itself. It comes from what you do to the memory afterward. You tie it to your identity. You stop remembering an unfortunate thing happened. You start remembering, here's the evidence that I am a bad, unlovable person. That's the real wound, not the event, the verdict you keep reissuing on yourself long after the courtroom emptied. So, the next time the memory ambushes you, try this. Don't fight it. Fighting it makes it louder. Instead, name what it actually is, out loud if you have to. That's an old survival tag, not a fact about who I am. You're separating the event from the verdict, and the verdict is the only part that hurts. And there's a stranger antidote, laughter. Say the memory out loud to a friend and watch them laugh, not at you, but in recognition, because they have 100 of their own. That laughter literally helps rewire the memory. Every time you recall it, your brain rewrites it slightly. Recall it with shame, and you deepen the shame. Recall it with humor and company, and you quietly file it somewhere that it can't burn you anymore. And here's the fact that should loosen the grip for good. Every single person you've ever envied is carrying an archive exactly like yours. The confident colleague, the friend who seems to glide through everything. Each of them has their own 2 a.m. reel, their own moment that makes them wince. They just never told you, the same way you never told them. The cringe was never evidence that something is wrong with you. It's one of the most universal things a human being owns. Proof you're running the same ancient software as everyone else, not proof you're worse at being a person than they are. You are not the one exception who keeps getting it wrong. You're just the only one who kept the footage rolling. The moment already happened. It's over. The only person keeping it alive is you. And you're finally allowed to let the room go dark. You remember every embarrassing thing you've ever done because your brain thinks it's protecting you. It bookmarked the moment. It kept the receipt. It never got the message that the danger passed. But nobody else is still watching. The spotlight went out years ago, and you're the only one still standing in it.